Good afternoon. Just got back from Glenn's doctor's appointment. He had a test that he had to do. I think it was like a EMT, where they take needles and they go in and register different nerves. But anyways, this is the coffee soap that we made, which is the cappuccino that we made yesterday. And I thought maybe I'd take a minute and just get it out of the mold. And today I'm going to make another coffee soap, so I'll do that after we take a look, see what this looks like. So, hang on. Alright, I'm going to probably just turn it over and see if I can get these out. Oh, let me go get my gloves. Isn't that look nice? Yep. I gotta get a pair of my gloves. I just didn't get started this morning or this afternoon. Kind of behind. Yep, I just never have it together, do I? Okay. I hope everyone's having a good day. It's beautiful outside. The temperatures are nice and warm, and didn't have to wear a big coat. Had to. It's about an hour and 15-20 minutes to the doctor's up in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So we had a nice quiet ride together and got to see some eagles and a whole bunch of people ice fishing on the Mississippi and a bunch of eagles. So get it all cleaned up. What you guys think about it? And it smells delicious. I think I should do a pumpkin coffee soon. Isn't it nice? At least I think it is anyways. Coffee is very good for your skin. It brings the blood up to the surface and helps it to replenish and get the skin looking rejuvenated. And it's also good for cellulite. But this is a wash-off product. Of course, it's soap, but you can get the extra benefits of it. It has a little bit of exfoliating properties in it with the coffee grounds. If you watched the video yesterday, then you see all the little additives and things that I put in it. But alright, well, I'll cut this short since we got to see this part, and I will bring you back when it's time to get the other coffee one done. So just take a deep breath and let it out slowly, and I'll be back. But I wish that was that easy for me to get everything ready for the soap. But anyways, all right.
Should I set the chops in the fridge?
Okay, we're back, and I'm going to get my lye water ready and then stick it down in there. So I got everything measured off. I got my coffee, I got my oat milk.
And you got a kiss.
Thank you. He's so sweet. He's going to go clean his big truck now.
What did you tell them people?
I just said you were going to go clean your big truck right now. So, me put this back here, and we're gonna add the lye. You never take and add the water to the lye. You never do that. Always to the lye to the water. And I think everybody knows that, but I have to. And stand back, because you don't want to breathe in the fumes. And I know I don't have my gloves on, but I will. Not with this though. And slowly stir it in so you don't hear any more of the lye not dissolving. And because of the oat milk in there, they have natural sugar in it, so it will help dissolve the lye crystals real fast because there's sugar in there. And of course I got salt in here. I don't know if I tell you guys that, but for this 4.5 pound batch of soap, that's oils, it would be over 5 pound batch of soap. I add 2 tablespoons of sea salt. And yes, the reason why is because, number 1, it makes more bubbles. Number 2, it makes a harder bar. So you can either do sodium lactate, which there's sometimes that I do because I want to use it up. But if you wanted to add sugar or salt to your lye water, your lye solution, it will do the same thing. And of course it depends on what you have in here. But if you want a harder bar, let's say when you go to, I use soap calc. When I punch in all of my oils and everything else to get the weight of the lye in the water, I look on the thing where it says hard, cleansing, blah blah blah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this one was at a 37% hardness, where you want to get it around 40. And so what you can do is add, you know, certain things. Like, I know that this is at 37 for the hardness. So I add clays to it, because clays are very, it gives you the slip, and there's just something about clays in a soap. So that's why I always add clay to it. And then another thing is either the salt or the sugar. You got to be careful with the sugar though, because, you know, like I'm going to put in some honey. But it gives you the bubbles, but you don't want it to overheat. So you have to find a happy medium. So while my lye solution now is cooling in my water, and I am going to add the other ingredients to my oils. And the first one I'm going to do is my, oh, look at that. Look at how much weight I lost, and I got these little flabby things. Going to be 62, and I try to wear longer sleeves so you guys don't see that. But yes, I got bat wings. Isn't that terrible? But I really don't care. This hillbilly is just this hillbilly, and thankful for being healthy now. So my bat wings, woohoo. Brianna, I'm going to tattle on her. She just loves to mess with me on my bat wings. So I could go get a long sleeve, but you guys already saw this, so there you go. Alright, let me get my honey. And if I turn it just a little bit, maybe you won't be seeing any part of me in here. I broke my tripod, but I can fix it with duct tape. Now that I'm messing with it, it's not gonna stay. Oh, you guys, what a day. Let me see if it'll work. Better that is. No, I gave it to him last time. I don't know what he did with it.
Huh?
I don't know what he did with it, babe.
Did she take it home?
She might have.
Huh?
She might have. Jeremy was the last one to use it, so I don't know if he gave it back to her or what. But you had to go ask her. Everything gets borrowed around here. I have no idea. I can't keep up with everything. So, let's get back to soaping.
You gave it to Jeremy?
Yeah, he borrowed it.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, I want 1 teaspoon of my powdered honey. And of course there's my teaspoon. Oh, I tell you what a day, guys. But I think when I watch my other soapy sisters and brothers, just having, you know, the home life. He's in there somewhere. Anyways, they do the home life. I'm videotaping. He's sitting there swearing. I'm like, get him. Sorry, guys. But anyways, I said I'm videotaping. I can hear you guys cussing.
Oh, sorry, baby. I'm trying to take care of stuff too.
I know, but I don't want to have it in.
Well,
you guys swear like a freight train smoking. Anyways, let's get back to this. All right, we want 3 tablespoons of the clays, and no, it doesn't matter what clay. I mean, for the benefit, or I should say, for the hardness of the soap. But it depends on the benefits. Like Kaolin clay is one of the clays that any type of complexion can be used. Doesn't dry you out. And then you have bentonite clay, which has a really good slip, especially if you were going to use it for shaving soap. And I'm not going to put that in there yet. And you just have to do research on it, but all the clays will work the same for hardening the bar and making a good, slip in your soap. But if you want benefits, you'll have to look them up. There's all different types, but the Kaolin clay is for all types of complexions. And that means they have another name for it. You hear China clay, you'll hear rose clay, and then you got different colors and things like that, which is still Kaolin clay. So those are all really good. Yesterday I used the yellow silt, and it's a mild clay, but it is a Kaolin clay. Okay, let's see. I think got everything in there. You know what I didn't put in there is the corn silk. But you know what? I'm not going to do corn silk in this one. So that's all right. But like yesterday, when I did the corn silk, I ground it up and then I put it inside my lye. And I could do it right now, but I'm not going to because we're just going to leave it out and make it just a little bit different. All right. Here is my ground oatmeal, which is very, very fine. Very, very fine, ground up, and you saw me do that yesterday to the other one. This is 2 tablespoons. I do a little heaping. I'll add just a little bit more. And we all know what the benefits of using oatmeal or oat milk, any of the oats in our soap. And I still am in love with this thing. Okay. This fragrance is, I don't know if I'm going to do maybe just put a name, Frappuccino. It has chestnut and brown sugar in it. And let me tell you, this came from Nature's Garden. Very, very, very good. I love it. And then I added the coffee fragrance to it. The next one that I do, which is going to be another coffee soap, and it is going to be unscented because I have a lot of customers that just can't tolerate anything but want the benefits of a really good soap. So there you go. We will do that. And then I can put that one under, I was going to do the Pure and Simple, but it's not Pure and Simple, so I might put it over in, under the herb soap. Get this all mixed up really good, hydrated. And the one thing that I did forget is some more coffee grounds. So what I'm going to do is take the coffee grounds that I made this morning for my coffee, and I'm going to put a tablespoon in there. It gives it some exfoliating benefits, and you don't want a lot of the coffee grounds in there because it would get pretty scratchy. And since we have oats in there, they're all ground up, but I do have some in the lye solution that when I made the oat milk, and then I ground them up with my stick blender. So. Oh my goodness, you guys, that smells so good. It smells like there's a little bit of maple in it, and it might be because of the brown sugar thing. But we want this to cool down just a little bit more. I added I mixed all this up yesterday because it was the same recipe except for the corn silk in this. So that was easy, and then now I have to wait for the lye water just to get a little bit cooler. And since we're not doing fancy dancy swirls or anything like that, it doesn't matter if it is a higher temperature than my oils. It's still workable, and I kind of like it in a way because I don't have to wait around. But and also this is a the recipe is a 32% water discount, and I go that low because when I add you know, like the titanium dioxide or anything else, it brings it up, but I want it to be able to age a lot faster, and that means the water content getting out of it. Okay, so all I have to do is add the Hershey's cocoa to the 1 part. Little scatterbrain here, she forgot to get another thing, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this is going to be where I'm going to put the white when I pour off. All right, I think. Oh, let's see. All I do is I touch to make sure. If it is too hot to the touch, then it needs more time. But you know, I think it's going to be okay. So let's get started. Let's get busy here. Another video. You didn't watch me weigh out things. That's kind of boring. But I got the additives and the other stuff in the lye so that you can see that. Because I have a lot of people will ask me to do it from, you know, beginning to end. So let me get this pour it in here. And I gotta get my goggles on, so I'm gonna stand way back here. Get all of those goodies out of there. Little tidbits and things for newbie soapers to be able to understand a little bit more. I hope. If I'm just rambling on from these stages, please let me know and I will hush up and get back to just making the soap. Alright, let me get my goggles on. Sometimes if I run out of gloves, I won't wear them because I try not to get too messy. It depends on what I'm making though, folks. Because you know I'm a messy soaper. But I always put my safety glasses on because if it got in your eye, it splattered, and sometimes it does, you will be instantly blind. That's all she wrote. So, I'm a messy soaper, so that's why I will always have the goggles on. Maybe not the gloves, but okay, let's be quiet. Just want to bring it up to emulsification. This back over here, and I can just put it down in there. Okay. Pour off. Oh my goodness, it smells good. And this time I'm going to put a little bit more because we're going to do a swirl. I could have went half and half, but nope. Okay. Put that right there. And then I'm going to put titanium dioxide in this one. And let me set her over there and deal with this one. Okay. Little quarter cup. We did that last time, so I am going to add a quarter cup of the cocoa. Cocoa is very good for your skin too. Put that back up there. Hide it. I have one that I use for the soap, and then Nestle cocoa for the family if I go to make hot cocoa or things like that. So let's get this mixed up. Don't want it splashing all over me. Oh my goodness. I think this has got to be my favorite. First time that I used the chestnut brown sugar from Nature's Garden, of course, but it's behaving very, very well. Let me try with the rag. Hey. Okay. Oh, I just love seeing the eagles. They had a little bit of open water on the big Mississippi. There's a lot of fishermen out there on the ice fishing. Lots and lots and lots. But then there is little parts of open water. We have 2 dams that are going north up to La Crosse, Wisconsin. And so the little parts of open waters where the eagles were perched, some were right down by the water just watching so that they could go fishing. And I thought that was so neat. In February, the end of February I think, up here they always have an eagle week. And that's when all the eagles start coming back. And I didn't know this, but I'm learning that eagles only fish, well, of course, duh, in open waters, but they don't hang around is I guess what I'm trying to say. If they'll go maybe south or somewhere else until the water starts opening up. And yes, the Mississippi River freezes up here. You only need just a couple of days that the temperatures are way below 0, and that baby will freeze up. So next week I think I am going to go for my first ice fishing. We have a brother at church. He's always ice fishing. Such a sweet, sweet friend, sweet, sweet brother. So he's gonna take us out there. I think Glenn has ice fished before, but he's still not very comfortable. So I think I am going to pause you, and I'm going to take you back over to the table. It's a little bit easier for me to maneuver. Okay, we're back at the table, and I'm going to bring my soap over here. And I think what I'm going to do, I think you can see this already. Probably not when it falls down. Hang on. Oh my goodness. I have got to get me another tripod because I broke this one, and I told you that already. But let me see if I can get it to work again. If I bang the table, I'm in trouble. Let me see. Sorry, you guys. You're just going for a ride with me, aren't you? Okay, can you see it? Stay right there. Don't you dare move. Alright. Hopefully it won't fall down again. But I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. So, but you know what I'm thinking? Here's this hillbilly changing her mind again. I think I'm just going to put a base on the bottom of each one. And I'm getting really sloppy again. Let's get a little bit more in there. Then I'll do the end pot swirl. That sounds good, doesn't it? And it looks like it's trying to rise on me, but I won't let it. Okay. Yes, I'm getting sloppy. That one's too much. Oh my goodness, you guys, I know you can't smell it, but this is amazing. I would drink it. Not this, but the flavoring, if I had it in the store. yeah, I think the rest of the in the pot swirl, and I better be careful putting this down because my tripod's gonna let loose. Okay, all right, I think that's good enough. Now, what I'm gonna do, can you see? Maybe I should go a little bit closer. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can get this over just a little. Scoop that soap over and see if I can get you in here. I don't know if you can see through there. But what I'm gonna do, I have to mix that up a little bit. I'm gonna pour some right there and right over here. It won't be just like you would try to hit it 3 different places if you were doing it in a pot swirl. But I only went 2, and I'm not leaving none for the top. Okay. Let me set this over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it down in, and I'm going to turn it like this and then go right down the middle, and that is going to be it. So, right, and then right down the middle. Bring it up. Don't do that, Patty. Okay. Here we go. Well, yeah, I think it looks alright. I'm going to move it around a little bit because it's trying to get thick. But it's still nothing that I can't deal with. So, it'll be okay. Isn't that pretty? Make sure I get some from the bottom. Oopsie, here I go. Get a little bit more in there. Now, I'm going to bring it up from the bottom again. Are you having trouble?
Upset with your boy for locking everything up in his motorhome, the battery charger, the vacuum cleaner.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Don't mind using it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Went out. Anyways, I'm going to go take it over here and bang it. Hope that thing don't fall. Yes.
Okay, I don't know where the water's still.
Whoops. I did it again. Sorry, folks. Anyways, I think I'm just going to take that thing off in there. And I'm going to show it to you. And bring it up. And that's all she wrote. So, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye. And have a blessed day. And I'm going to fix this thing, I promise. Alright, stay out of trouble.